So, you remember that scene in A New Hope when Darth Vader uses the Death Star laser to blow up all of Alderaan with Leia just watching? Remember what Obi-Wan said shortly after that? It was as if a million voices cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. Well, we had something like that happen over this weekend, but it was the exact opposite. We heard a million voices cry out in pure joy and happiness at this news. Apparently, Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down from being president and Lucasfilm at Disney this year and is expected to retire. She was responsible for many of the woke Star Wars and Indiana Jones sequel movies. 2025 has really taken out the trash. So we see here from the Hollywood Reporter, Lucasfilm boss Kathleen Kennedy expected to retire this year. The prolific producer has presided over the Star Wars and Indiana Jones franchises through ups and downs since 2012. This is honestly the best Star Wars news I have seen in a long time. I have not been a fan of Star Wars for a while now, pretty much since the sequels began. I am a lifelong Star Wars fan. I've been watching since the beginning. I've loved everything up until Disney took over. And we all know that she is the root cause of why there's so many problems in the franchise right now. So Kathleen Kennedy is hopefully retiring this year with her mission to kill Star Wars to stick it to the patriarchy complete. If Disney had any sense, her replacement would undo everything she did and try to save the franchise. Don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, I doubt it. Honestly, at this point, I I believe that Star Wars is honestly a dead franchise at this point. I don't think a lot of people are going to care any longer. If they do, it's not going to happen overnight. I don't think it's going to be enough for them to just release one good movie or one good TV show to change everyone's mind. It's going to take probably another decade to course correct on Star Wars. We spent the last decade tearing it down. It's probably going to take another whole decade to bring it back to what it was before. Even if that's what they want to do, which honestly I doubt it. And I don't think the Star Wars fans as a whole have the energy to go through that again, because honestly I wouldn't really care. My mouth has been, soiled by the current Star Wars. My interest has completely died out. If they put out a new movie tomorrow with fucking Darth Vader and Luke in it and, all of our classic characters come back, honestly, I couldn't care less. I would probably skip it, most likely. Breaking, Kathleen Kennedy will be stepping down from her role as Lucasfilm president. Now, in the back, we can see a poster of a lot of the stuff that she's worked on or had an influence in. There's the Clone Wars show. I have heard the final season of Clone Wars, I think, wasn't that bad. I think it was pretty good. I think that's Ahsoka. That show I don't remember anything from. I don't know what that is. I can't tell. Or maybe that's just I think that's the other side of the Ahsoka poster. The Mandalorian. I never watched The Mandalorian. I was never really that interested in it, to be honest. It just seemed kind of boring to me. I remember the original take was that it was kind of described as a Western thing, and that kind of turned me off because I'm not a really big fan of Western shows or Western movies. Um, then we see, I don't even know what movie this is. It's one of the sequels, but I couldn't tell you. I think it's the first one, Episode 7. Horrible movie. This one over here, I believe, is Episode 9, which, again, horrible movie. Andor, I've heard some okay things about Andor, mostly the fact that it was just boring. And then that little fucking cartoon, I don't even know what that is. Um, Good morning. The woman who destroyed Star Wars franchise, Kathleen Kennedy, is reportedly stepping down. All the DEI hires getting whacked nationwide. It's glorious. We have Flash commenting on it. There's gonna be a lot of disappointed and confused people when they realized their problems with Star Wars aren't magically fixed after Kathleen Kennedy retires. Yeah, the problem runs a lot deeper than just her, which is why I said Star Wars is not going to be fixed overnight, and honestly, I don't think it's ever going to get fixed at the rate it is right now. Kathleen Kennedy leaving Star Wars Lucasfilm by the end of 2025. Let's go. One of great Hollywood producers. Well, obviously she's not, because look at the state of the series now. Star Wars franchise disorder. Kathleen Kennedy stepping down from her role as the idiotic president of Lucasfilm by the end of 2025. Ending 13 years of ruinous wokeness. Everything woke turns to shit by shitbag. It wasn't Kathleen Kennedy that ruined Star Wars, it was the mouse. Yeah, that's also true. It's Disney as a whole is what ruined it. Star Wars printed money. It's why Disney bought it. The irreparable damage Kathleen Kennedy did to it with her "the Force is female" bullshit will be studied in the business schools for years. Yeah. If there's any one positive that can come out of this whole scenario, it's the fact that if you are a film student or you want to work in film, you want to work in Hollywood, I personally don't know why you would want to do that with your life, considering how shady that whole city is. But yeah, if you want a career in film, if you want to work in entertainment, I believe that the downfall of Star Wars with Disney is going to be studied as, a historical event in schools moving forward, because Star Wars is literally one of the top 3 most profitable IPs on the planet. I think Star Wars, along with Disney and Pokemon, and I think for some reason Winnie the Pooh is up there as well. Winnie the Pooh is a huge one for some reason. But yeah, Star Wars and Disney and Pokemon are some of the most profitable IPs on the planet. And for you to have the success level of Star Wars and make it tank so hard that people just genuinely don't care anymore, that's a pretty amazing feat to achieve. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to say today. Really big news for Star Wars fans. It's not going to fix all of our problems, but it definitely is going to make a lot of us feel better, knowing that one of the reasons why our series got destroyed, she is now leaving. So it's not going to fix our problems, but it'll at least help to make us feel a little bit better. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.